Here's what I want to talk to you today about. I want to talk to you today about your brain trust. All of them people that's been investing in you. All right. I have another name for this brain trust. It's called the mastermind group. I guarantee you, everybody who's successful, everybody who is you kind of getting after it in life, they have a group of people that they talk to, that they use as counsel, that they go to for advice, for support, that helps them to get from point A to point B, that helps them to fulfill their dreams. A mastermind group is a person or a collection of people that use accountability, challenge, encouragement, and honesty to help you reach your goals. I'll say it again. A mastermind group is a person or a group of people, a collection of people that use accountability, challenge, encouragement, and honesty to help you reach your goals. So let's break it down really fast. The 4 qualifiers for your mastermind group. The first qualifier is this: accountability. Do you have somebody in your life that's making sure you hold yourself accountable, and that's holding you accountable? Basically, what that means is if you said that you were going to do X, Y, and Z to get from point A to point B, they're going to make sure they're hanging X, Y, and Z over your head at all times. They're going to say, hey fam, you said that you were going to do these things in order to be successful. You said you were going to do these things to make sure that you did it, to make sure that you were reaching your goals. Are you doing those things every single day? Or this is the framework for, these are the standards that we need to meet in order for us to get from point A to point B. Are you responding? Are you adhering? Are you acknowledging? Are you working on these standards? Are you living by these standards? You got to make sure you got somebody in your life that's going to hold you accountable. The next thing is this: you need somebody who's going to challenge you. You need somebody who's going to push you. Somebody who's always coming up with some kind of way for you to get a tad bit better. That's a tad bit better. Good friend of mine, one of the guys in my mastermind group, his name is James Piazza. I get my bachelor's degree, right? He's somewhat instrumental in helping me get my first degree. And as soon as I get that, he says, "Now when you get your master's?" Like as soon as I walk across the stage, he's on my head like, "When you get your master's?" Didn't even get a chance to celebrate the bachelor's degree. You gotta have somebody who's always pushing you and telling you, "Hey, I think you can get a little bit better. Let's try this. Hey, I want you to reach for that. You got this. You got to this level. I want you to get to this next level," right? And it might be a centimeter or it might be a mile. But at the end of the day, you got to have somebody in your corner who's constantly pushing you to go to another level. The next thing is this: you got to have somebody who's going to encourage you. Sometimes, fam, we need a good word. We need a pep talk. We need some optimism. We need some positivity. We need a vibe and an electric current of just goodness, right? But here's the thing: don't look for the encouragement if you haven't checked everything off the list. See, a lot of times we check half the things off the list and then we looking for the encouragement. No, that's backwards. That person should be in your mastermind group. If there's somebody encouraging you and you got half the list filled out, then they shouldn't be in your mastermind group because they're doing you a disservice. You want to make sure that you are dealing with somebody who's held you accountable and made sure that you've gotten everything on the list checked off before they give you the love, before they give you the high five and the fist bump. So make sure you got somebody in your corner who's going to encourage you, but's going to do this too: be honest with you. And when you're stinking up the joint, they're going to let you know. Now, if they're going to let you know when you're stinking up the joint, they also got to let you know when you're tearing it up, right? When you getting busy, when you nice, when you playing on a high level, right? So you got to make sure you got somebody who's going to hold you accountable, all right? Hold you accountable. You got to make sure you're going to deal with somebody who's going to challenge you. You also got to make sure you're going to deal with somebody who's going to encourage you when you've done everything that you were supposed to do. Because sometimes, man, we fall short and we did everything that we were supposed to do, right? But if we did everything we're supposed to and we fall short, then we deserve a pep talk. We deserve some encouragement. But on the flip side of things, if you ain't did everything that you were supposed to, you don't deserve that encouragement, fellas, right? It's tough, but it's real. It's honest, which is the last thing. You got to have people in your corner who are going to be honest with you, right? There's a whole bunch of people who are successful, right? But they got dishonest people around them. And the thing about those successful people, their success is fragile. It's it may be compromised soon because they got a lot of people around them that are being dishonest, right? And telling them everything that the person wants to hear versus giving them real talk, right? So we got to make sure that we're looking for honest people. So here's